So, hey, for week 2, we are all, well, I'm the last one, but we're doing our hooligan story, which is basically us talking about how we became hooligans. I'm gonna ramble. I'm gonna try hard not to do it too much, but I'm going to, so sorry. But we're gonna talk about how we became hooligans. Well, they already did it, but they told you guys about how they became hooligans. So now it's my turn to tell you guys how I became a hooligan. One day, the rambling begins. One day, me, my mom, and my sister were going to the bank. You know, the bank. And the bank, I don't know if this matters, but the bank's right next to the library. So, yeah. When we were going in, like, to get to the bank, we always go through the library first. So we were going in. Does this even matter? Whatever. We were going in, and then the song goes on. It's like, they got nothing on you. But it was way better. That's when I fell in love with his voice. I was just like, oh my god. Your voice is beautiful. Went to the bank, and I was like, whatever. His voice is gone. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who the other guy was. B.O.B. I never heard of him either. So, when we come out of the bank, my sister, she goes, hey, have you heard the song before? I looked at her like, what are you talking about? What song? Because it had already been a while, you know? And then she's like, you know that song that was playing when we got here? And I was like, oh yeah, that song about girls and about beautiful girls, something like that. She's like, yeah, the Beautiful Girl song. Is that what it's called? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. Sounds like it. He says it a lot. So, me, being the creep that I am, we got home and I went onto Google and I typed in the lyrics that I had remembered. I typed in beautiful girls all over the world. That's all I remembered, and that was it. And then I googled it and it came up. And there was the single cover and it was just B.O.B. on it. But then I was like, he couldn't have been singing it. It had to be someone else. Who's the other guy? So I googled Bruno Mars, who the hell that is, you know? And I googled him, and only that I remember there was 2 pictures that I seen. The first, like, you know when you go on Google, it has the images on top and then the web results on the bottom? There was 2 pictures that were of a person, and they were both the same person. And I was like, ooh, who is that? And yeah, that's basically how it came up. And I remember the pictures. I'm gonna put them in the video too. Maybe like right here or just in the whole thing. But oh my gosh, it was the picture of him when he's like leaning on a wall and he's dressed up as a greaser and he's doing like a promo for a bar that he was playing at. Yeah, and it was that picture of him dressed up as a greaser leaning on a wall, and then it had like totally like someone like did it in paint or like in Picnic, I don't even know, or probably like you probably made that on Photo Bucket. So yeah, but it just said blah 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 something Molly's bar. I don't know what it was called, but I'm gonna put the picture either way. So yeah, and the other picture was one from his MySpace, and that was back in those days when I still use my MySpace, and most people still use MySpace, and that's when it started, like it was already on its way to go down. But anyway, that picture was from his MySpace page, and it's that one picture where he has just like his hair, duh, it's like kind of short, and he's wearing a black shirt, and it has like some kind of graphic design, like a silver color, I don't know, and he has like a silver fedora on, and it's really small, and it has like the trimming on it and everything, and he's just like emotional. And since he had a MySpace, and you know, celebrities, when they have a MySpace and you try and add them as a friend, they will totally accept you because it's MySpace. That's how it worked. And you got like an instant accepted. So I requested him because I was like, hey, you're hot. And yeah, and that's how that all began. That's when I was on my way. Then on his MySpace page, some time passed by and I went back to go check on it. I saw on the page that he had said he didn't say, but it was on there. Maybe he didn't say, I don't know. That his EP was coming out. It's Better If You Don't Understand. Oh, I just love that lyric. And yeah. So I heard it coming out. I was like, oh my gosh, I want it. I didn't know what an EP was. Okay, so Bruno Mars taught me a lot. I did not know what an EP was. I thought it was a CD, but it was just an extended play, which is like 4 little songs, and you can't have it like physically, or can you? Well, if you copy it to a CD, but that's lame. I didn't buy the day it came out, because it came out May 11th, 2010, and I bought it May 13th. So yeah, you know, it was the day after. I went on YouTube and I searched Bruno Mars EP, and the first time that came up was Count on Me, so I clicked it. I was like, if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I was like, oh, OMG, this is the cutest little friendship song ever. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love him. So yeah, and I loved that song ever since. And then that's when I was like, I'm buying it, and I went onto iTunes and I bought it, and I was just like, ooh. And then I found unreleased music and I was like, yes. And then I was hooked on him. And then it just all went on from there. And then I remember his interview with Perez Hilton came out, and I was like, ooh boy. And then actually no, that was not the first interview I ever seen of him. The first one I had seen was the Associated Press one. My love for him has grown, but I didn't even think it was possible, and it's continuing to grow. Oh. And then that summer after, because I made my Twitter in 2009, and I just never went on it. It's sad to say, but before I hated Twitter, I thought it was stupid. Twitter's not stupid. Twitter is freaking amazing. So I was just an idiot back then. I went back on my Twitter, and so I remember back then he was at that Bruno Mars. I followed him, and I was like, ooh. And he had like not a lot of followers. I know he had like, I think he had less than a couple thousand. But yeah, and then once he tweeted and stuff, I was just like, oh. And I don't know why, but back then I never wanted to tweet him. Like, I was so shy about it, and it was stupid because it's Twitter. Like, it's not like you're talking about, like, it's not like you're talking to him in person. I don't know. And one time I did tweet him. Sometime later that year. Why am I still talking? Whatever. One time later that year, I tried tweeting him. He was doing like those Q&A thingies, and he didn't tweet me back. And that's kind of how my Hooligan story goes. And I talked so much. OMG. This is literally, I'm looking at it right now, and it's 21 minutes and 5 seconds. Well, I don't want to keep talking because I'm gonna go on forever. Thank you for watching. Happy 2 weeks of Hooligans on us. Hope you guys like it. You guys should subscribe. Where's that subscribe button?